Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to be taking you through a seated movement practice or yoga practice where we'll incorporate some movements just in sitting on the floor as well as some breath work. So today I have a blanket here with me because I'm going to be sitting and I'm going to use this to prop myself up a little bit higher just for comfort and for better spinal positioning as well. So usually you get your yoga blanket and it's like this. So I'm going to put it down on the floor and then fold it even one more time in half like this. And then the way I'm going to sit on it is the fringe side is going to be away from me. I'm going to put it behind me. And I'm also close to my couch here because if at any point anyone needs to like lean back a little bit to take some of the pressure off of their back or their hips, that might be a good idea as well to keep yourself a little bit more lifted rather than slouched down. I'm not going to use it just yet, so I'm going to be a little bit away from it. And the way that I want you to sit on the blanket is you're going to scooch all the way to the front. So if you can kind of feel where your sit bones are, you can remove like the fleshy part of your seat to the side. You're going to scooch those two bony points that you sit directly on top of all the way to the edge. So you want to come all the way to the front edge of your blanket, almost like they're about, like those two sit bones are about to like slide off of the blanket, okay? And the reason being is that it almost helps you like sit up a little bit higher up and it tilts your pelvis a little bit so that you can feel a bit more lifted and open through your spine and through the rest of your upper body. So my legs are crossed in a comfortable seated position, and if at any time you need to straighten them out or move them around in a different position, feel free to do so. But usually these segments that I post online are short, so hopefully you won't have that problem. All right, so we're going to start with a little bit of breath awareness. So as you get into your comfortable seat, your hands can lay on your knees and just relax your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your vision lifted up, straight in front of you, and feel a nice length through the crown of your head. And go ahead and close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. As you close your eyes, just feel that nice sensation. So that sensation is kind of a nice reminder to realize how much external feedback we get just through our vision. As you close your eyes, it helps us to go a little bit more internal, helps us to feel the status of our bodies and our minds. You might notice that you really just needed this pause. As you sit here and breathe, feel a nice length and connection from the very base of your tailbone, going all the way up to the crown of your head. Just feel those 2 points, how they are connected together. Central line of energy and force that runs through your spine. Taking one more nice round of breath here. If you're planning on opening your eyes, just nod your head down towards the floor, but keep your chest still lifted. Go ahead and just flutter your eyes open. And if for any reason you feel like you want to do this practice with your eyes closed, feel free to do so. Or even if you have them open now and you want to close them to feel more connected, please do so. You're going to keep your vision down at the floor. Go ahead and take your hands and cup the tops of your knees. So now my arms are straight, my elbows are straight. And then with straight arms, start to round your spine. Letting your head drop down towards your chest, kind of leaning back into your body. And then use the hands that are resting on your knees to draw and open your chest up towards the front. And then you can tilt your head back, look up at the ceiling if it feels comfortable to feel a nice gentle opening to the front of your throat. And go ahead and round back down again. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower. Drawing the navel to the spine. Feeling how the tissues of the front of the body react. As you look up, the chest shines up. And how the tissues in the back of your body react. As you round forward, head comes down, shoulders roll forward. Continuing at your own pace of your breath. No need to rush here. But just really feel what you feel. Kind of like that. Feel what you feel. Really paying attention. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and come all the way back up. I'm going to scooch myself a little bit further away from the couch here. If you are also close to the wall, feel free to do so. Keep your hands on your knees. And now we're going to go ahead and roll our torso in a big circle. So if you can imagine, since we're taking our legs out of the equation and our feet out of the equation, I want you to imagine like those two sit bones, those two bony points that we aligned on the blanket. I want you to imagine like those are your feet in this seated practice. So those 2 points are your anchors to the floor, just like how your feet would be if you're standing. And I want you to keep them grounded down into the blanket or the floor. So keeping them grounded down is going to allow you to move your spine over a stable pelvis. So just energetically, as I lean to my right side, I'm energetically pushing my left sit bone and grounding it down to the floor. Then as I move to the left, I'm doing the same thing with the right sit bone. And then go ahead and reverse your circle. As you do this, again, you're paying attention and you're breathing. You can breathe any way you'd like, whether it's through your mouth or through the nose. trying to elongate your length of your breath. And then come back to the center. From here, you're going to take your legs, lift them up, and switch the cross of your legs. We're going to do that circle one more time. So going in the opposite direction. Maybe closing your eyes just for a moment to feel how different this other leg positioning feels, almost just in your mind. Notice how we always want to do things in a particular pattern that just feels normal and comfortable for our bodies. Obviously, everyone's pattern is a little different. And then notice how it feels in your body when you just change just the position of your legs and reverse the direction. Nice deep breaths as you move, keeping your sit bones grounded down into the mat or floor. And then come back up, sitting up nice and tall. Keep your legs exactly the way they are. We'll cross them again. Put your fingertips in front of you. Open up your chest. Ground your sit bones down to the floor. So if you want to kind of like shimmy a little bit, do so. And then walk your fingertips forward. Your back can round here a little bit, but I want most of that range to be more in your hips. So think about like the creases of your hips here and how you're trying to just deepen the creases without letting your sit bones come up. So keep them grounded down. And then my head is in line with my spine, so I'm not dropping my head down. It's in line with my spine. And then if you feel like you can flatten your hands out onto the floor, do so. I know you can't see mine, but they're flat. We're going to stay here and just take a few breaths. Breathing into the sides of your ribs. Almost like if I ask you to send your breath into your armpits. Feel that energy and that breath expanding sideways. And now start to take your hands on the floor and walk them one at a time without letting those sit bones twist to the right side. So right hand comes onto the floor, it's outstretched. I'm pushing my fingers into the floor. And then I take my left arm and I raise it over my head sideways. So I'm side bent over to my right. My left sit bone is pushing into the floor. We're just gently kind of like stabilized into the blanket. My left elbow is bent, okay? And then I'm reaching my fingertips. I'm keeping my fingertips really alive here. At the same time, I'm trying not to shrug my right shoulder to my ear. I'm keeping that force downwards, my shoulder blade tucked close to my ribs. And then start to rotate your body downwards and rotate your body up. We're just doing a little bit of mobilization in the ribs here. You should feel how that whole structure on the left side body change. You reach down, you reach up, turn. And then start to go all the way down to the floor, bringing your left fingertips on the floor. Work your way back to the center. You can stay on your fingertips or hands can be flat, head in line with the spine. And send your breath to the right and left armpits again, just noticing if you feel a difference in the quality of your breath here. just after doing a little bit of rib opening there. And now we're going to go to the other side, so keeping the right sit bone pressed into the floor, going all the way to the left side, bringing the right arm up, keeping your fingers active, and I'm pushing my left hand down into the floor and like bringing my shoulder blade down my back. Very gentle, just keeping it kind of tucked down. Hold here. Assess what you're feeling in the right side body. You're going to go in a comfortable range. Start to rotate your torso down, so ribs kind of turn down, and ribs and arm turn up. Go slow. Really feel what's happening, because what you should be feeling is the right side, all the way from the armpit into your lower back and pelvis, should all be mobilizing here. Ensure that you're breathing. Nice, slow, long, deep breath. And then the arm comes down as you rotate down. Walk your hands over to the midline again. Head in line with the rest of my spine. And then again, do your check-in with how the breath feels on the right and left sides as you breathe into your armpits. It should feel a bit easier to get the air in and out. It should feel a little less sort of stuck in that spot. And then take your hands and walk them close to your legs. And sit upright. Again, you need to find your sit bones, find them. This time, interlace your hands behind your back, drawing your shoulder blades together, opening your chest, and then pulling your navel in. So normally when we do this, we tend to like flare the ribs out and like lean back or dump back into your lower back. So what you want to do to prevent this is by using your abdominals almost as a brake. Okay? Pulling the shoulders back, opening the chest, and I'm trying to keep my palms as close to one another as possible. So you're trying not to like do this, and I'm more like doing this. Okay, so palms stay close together, and I'm reaching my knuckles down to the floor, and only if it feels good, I'm reaching my arm away from my hands away from my lower back. This time as you breathe, I want you to breathe into actually your chest here, okay? Feeling how this stretches and opens as you inhale, and as you exhale, it releases, and you feel that length. One more breath. Good, and then slowly let go of your hands. Bring them up over your head. Interlace your fingers. Flip your palms up to the ceiling and push up. Press down into your sit bones like they're your feet. Exhale, bring your hands down. Switch the crossing of your legs, and we do it again. So hands behind your back, and again, switching the interlace of your fingers too. So whichever thumb you had on top now goes on the bottom. Draw your shoulder blades together, open the chest, keep your palms together. Only if it feels okay for your shoulders, reach your hands away from your lower back. Draw the belly in. Breathe into this entire area here. And slowly let go of your fingers, reach them overhead, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, reach up. And then on your next exhale, bring your hands down to the sides of your body. Inhale, bring your arms straight forward. Cross your left elbow over your right, so you're making a cross. And then bend your elbows up. And then you can grab on to your palms here. Or if it feels okay, just to have the backs of your hands together, do that. Again, finding your sit bones, drawing the belly in, tall spine. Push your elbows towards knee or forward, and then reach up very gently so that you can feel an opening in your shoulder blades and the space in between the shoulder blades, with the left side being a bit more intense than the right. Close your eyes and just breathe here. Go ahead and undo that, and then we switch sides, bring the arms up. Right over the left, bend the elbows, switch. Pushing the elbows towards knee or forwards, and then reaching the elbows up until you feel a nice opening in your right shoulder blade, space between your shoulder blade and your mid-back. Go ahead and let that go. Just shake out your arms here. Right, we end with a little bit of rotation, so arms reach up. Rotate your spine. Keep those sit bones nice and glued down. So the motion's coming from the ribs moving over the pelvis. Exhale, left hand on the knee, right hand behind your back. Tall spine. And I like to keep my nose in line with my sternum. So I don't really need to necessarily turn my head so much to look over my right shoulder. I'm keeping everything in one straight line. We move with our breath now. So as you inhale, reach up, press down through the sit bones, rotate the spine, lower the hands. Inhaling, coming up. Rotating, drawing the belly in. Exhaling, hands come down. So arms are there just as an accessory, but the rotation is mostly coming from the spine. So rotate the spine, and then arms can come down. You can gently use your hands to draw the length up through your spine. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Exhale. And then inhale back to the center. Exhale, hands together, draw them towards your chest. Press your fingers and fingertips gently in towards each other. And then use the knuckles of your thumb to kind of pull the skin of your sternum or your chest upward, just to keep yourself lifted. Elbows can relax down at your side. Releasing any tension in the face, in the jaw, in the neck. Again, doing an assessment. Eyes closed is the best. Going internal, noticing how you feel with just a little bit of gentle movement. A little bit of breathing. little bit of awareness. Notice if you feel a sense of togetherness, a sense of calmness, a sense of stable energy. It's just circulating through your body. Bring your head down towards your hands. Bow down to yourself, honoring yourself for whatever you were capable of doing today and always. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next couple of days. Again, I'm not going to be posting every single day like I was doing before, but I find that doing maybe 2 or 3 new posts during the week are a little bit more inspiring for me these days. So I'm going to be continuing on that path. So stay tuned for more. Thanks. Bye.